I like this. I like it. I can't wait to put the Monsoon shirt. Oh, hey, we're back. Welcome to part 2 of the Monsoon Live Street Beefs recap. And we were rocking out to the Street Beefs official theme song by... I'm just going to post the link on our Facebook page. I'm sorry, guys. I screw the names up. So, sorry. Don't kill me. But we are covering the big Street Beefs weekend as we talked about the last on our part 1. Just so you guys know why we're not talking about who wins, who loses. Some of the stuff is because we sit there and we watch these fights, and that sometimes we watch them 2 or 3 times because we're like, did we just see that? And we report what others are saying, and you know. So we're gonna go to it. The next fight we want to cover is Nighttime Guru versus Scuba Steve. This is the second one for Nighttime. This was a very interesting fight. A buddy of mine, John, watched it too, and he was just like, what's he doing? You know, he was trying to stun his Scuba Steve was trying to stun his opponent. Great fight back and forth. It was we will reveal one of these. It was a stoppage, but man alive. Fun MMA. I got hooked to it. Thanks, guys. And I do want to share a little story about Steve real quick. We were talking afterwards because, man, you got my respect. Like, we were talking about autism and stuff going on. It was just a great time, great, cool. We really got to know Steve. So, Steve, hats off to you, buddy. I think we'll skip the... Oh, yeah, what the heck? Let's talk about it. The 4th victory of Team Demon Monsoon, and that is the Monsoon versus Dark Angel boxing match. What can I say that we haven't said about this fight? I did read a lot of the comments on the YouTube, and I know I shouldn't have. But I want to address something right now. And I'm not going to name people out. That's not what we do on this broadcast. That's not what we do when somebody says something really negative. But to an individual out west, let's just say, one of the comments I read was, have they watched my fight with him? And maybe they should take notes. Little tip. It's August. That was in April. Guess what? I've actually evolved a lot over the last few months. And I continue to evolve. So when I say because of Neutral Corner, and because of Street Beefs, and because of Christopher Booker, because of Marian Anderson, because of LA Fitness, everything that we're doing, I'm a different fighter, and I have a better cardio. I will say the heat, personally, guys, did get to me a little bit. I was drinking water, but we are going to make sure, you know, I got used to this. This is my career. Sorry. Got to get used to it, so I'm loving it. But hats off to Dark Angel. Heck of a fight. If you guys want to know what happens when you put a 6'4" versus a 5'6", this is a fight you want to watch. So for you young fighters out there, I hope this encourages you guys that no matter what your size is, your heart, your passion, your drive, you can overcome anything. Hats off. And who knows, maybe one day down the road there'll be a rematch. But I wanted to talk about that one comment I saw. I had to. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go back to our positives. Striker versus K-Man MMA. Now, this is an interesting fight on this one, ladies and gentlemen, because in September at the next Street Beefs, this will be a rematch. It has been taken. There is a process to overturn a decision going through the process right now, and it was announced on the Street Beef site there will be a rematch in September. And of course, Team Demon Monsoon will cover that as well. So guys, split decision coming your way was not a split decision, but a decision will be made on that rematch for Striker versus K-Man. That was freaking awesome as well. I'll say that. Up next, Boot Camp versus Easy Boxing. Fantastic fight just across the board. And I'm just like, dang, there was some bomb. I'm going to say right now, this is a word we got. Bombs, bombs, bombs. Dang. Really? That's what they're saying. So great fight. Drunken Master versus Butterfly. Butterfly, cool dude. Got to really talk to him. Got to know him a little bit. Great man. And Drunken Master, as stuff is flying. Hold on, guys. Sorry for that little pause in the broadcast. We had to take down the shirts, and it's starting to get windy. There is storms in the Delaware area, so that is starting to affect here. And when I saw the Street Beef shirt came down, nah, we had to put. So, and by the way, just so you guys know, Street Beef shirt is okay. So is my Neutral Corner shirt. Whew. Back to this. Black Shogun versus Ox. But before that, Drunken Master versus Butterfly as I was finishing up. Great fight. Cool fight. Watch it. Black Shogun versus Ox. Boxing. Cool thing. Black Shogun is another one of my fan favorites. Great fighter. Great guy. When you first meet him, you're scared to death, like Leonidas and like Emilio, and you're like, yeah, scary as heck. But just a cool, very cool dude. Loving the death, and hopefully there'll be a rematch on that one. It was a great fight for all you young fighters out there. Again, another fight you want to watch. Okay, The Image versus Jive Joker Boxing. Now, Jive is a buddy of ours from Neutral Corner. Went against a gentleman called The Image. Some of these guys came all the way from Mississippi. Hats off to the crew at Mississippi. Love you guys, and got to talk to them too. I was in my element. Okay, what can I say? Great fight. Very interesting fight. Watch that one. And for you young fighters out there, this is what happens when you're put under pressure. Watch that one. Next up, Prodigal Son versus Coach Boxing. We all know who Prodigal Son is to us here on the Monsoon Live broadcast, and I'm going to make an announcement here for all you guys. Prodigal Son, the newest member into the Monsoon Live Hall of Fame class of 2020. We've already decided he's going in as well. So, Prodigal Son, great fight, by the way. It was fun to watch. You know? I can't watch him at the event. I get to watch him at home. But, you know, you hear the crowds, and you're like, that was fun. Next up, Challenge Accepted versus Dirty D Boxing. I want to talk about Challenge Accepted. Twice I got to be in the ring with him over the couple of times. As you guys know, I go down to Virginia on the weekends and train at Neutral Corner. And Challenge Accepted was teaching me fades and feints because my coach, Chris, was over in California. So I'm learning how to do fades and boom, boom, boom. And it was fun. Dude, thank you, Challenge. Thank you, my friend. Great dude. Glad to have him back. And finally, the last fight. And this was another one of those fights. A first for Street Beefs, I think, was Wonder Bread versus Lawlessness. This was a grappling match. Great fight. Fun fight to watch. And I want to share a story with about Wonder. Was, you know, he came up to me. He goes, dude, you have my respect. Everything you're doing. So did Lawless. All these guys. I can't tell you how much, you know, you hear all this. And it was just, wow. You know, the impacts you guys making in your lives and what they're doing in my life as well. So thank you to all the fighters. Well, we got to do it. Who is the top 4 fights of this past weekend? We always do this. And we had to go through it, and let's go through it. By the way, this is not because people are friends of ours or whatever. But first off, we have to go with, and because this was a freaking amazing fight, Caveman versus Striker MMA. What's your take on it? Let me know in the comment section. Second, because we're going a little bit longer on this one. Okay, we got to make sure this is right. It is Shadow versus Manny because of the implications on 9/21. Interesting fight back and forth. The next one, we get to do it. There's a third one. We have to go with Image versus Jive Joker because of this fight, of the pressure, all of it. That's a very key thing in that. And the fourth one, Black Shogun versus Ox. And by the way, for my own personal one here, folks, a fifth. I'm in charge. I can add a fifth one. We did 4. We add 5 because I'm Jeffrey and I can do that stuff. We are adding in. I'm literally going to throw in. I'm going to go through. I'm quickly go through my list. I got to go with Prodigal Son or Killer Kyle. Either one of those fights, great times. So, guys, that's it for the Street Beefs recap. Hope you guys have a great weekend. If you are in the storm area, please be safe. It's going to be one of those rough days here on the East. But for now, we'll see you next time right here on Monsoon Live. Later days. And don't forget the idea. Guns down, fists up. Peace.